Good morning, guys. Silver 5150 here with your morning update for Friday, April 17th, 2020. Market futures are up pretty good today. I mean, way up. Probably in the six or seven hundreds. In the Dow, they're expecting a really great day today because President Trump ceding more power, of course, to the states, putting together a comprehensive three-step plan to get everybody back into the mix again, working and being social and living life. I don't think it's going to bear out anytime soon. The plan will be there, but it's going to take time for that to happen. It's not going to be next week, but the markets think so. And so you had that, and a pharmaceutical company by the name of Gilead had come out and said that they had had something approaching a vaccine, when in fact it's more like COVID-19 therapy. I guess it's something that just kind of stem the tide or slow things down a little bit or give people more time to try to recover from it, but it's not an actual vaccine. So we'll see how that news bears out today. It looks like the market futures are cooling off. Of course, gold and silver being taken out to the woodshed to try to keep people from steering clear or try to keep people from investing in it. They want to make sure that gold and silver looks bad, so they're selling these bad contracts to make it look like people are selling a lot of gold and silver and they don't want it, but it's only paper. The physical stuff is highly desirable, as can be seen in the crazy premiums right now. All right. So, I don't know if you guys tuned in last night. And by the way, just real quick, we've got the Texas, Australia. I guess it's the Sister Cities half ounce coin here from the Perth Mint. All right, let's get a close look at that. So it says Perth, Western Australia, Sister Cities, Houston, Texas. And so, it's just that whole pioneer mindset. Of course, when people settled into Australia, they started, getting really creative and stuff on how to make that land work. And of course, Texas is a pretty rough place too. And if you're from there, you know what we mean. A lot of energy exploration stuff happened there. And of course, the space race, was very important there. In Australia, they're on board with that sort of rugged lifestyle too. So very cool coin, very cool theme coin for that. And these are half ounces, by the way. And I think that JM Bullion may have some of these. If not, they're out of them. But they do get them periodically. But I just want to say real quick, if you're not looking at half ounce coins, just kind of go in there, because those polar bears that I got, the little mini monster box a while back, if you haven't seen that video, go see it. They still have those. And those are probably about $11.20 a piece. If you do the math, you're talking probably $22 and change for an ounce of 4/9 fine Royal Canadian Mint silver in the form of two half ounce coins struck with the wildlife theme. So half ounce coins, don't discount them. They're pretty cool, and you can find good value in them, and especially the sovereign ones. So yeah, go ahead and take a look at those when you're shopping around today. Don't have any cheap coins for you that I'm aware of. I think the Providence still doing their special on the stackable owl coin, and that should be right around $18 any quantity if you do cash. So think about that. $1,500, the exact same item in the basket gets you tax-free purchases and, of course, free shipping. So last night, if you guys tuned in, I did my 1,000-round 10th ounce bonanza last night with the Walking Liberty design rounds. And if you haven't seen that video, just check it out today. We had a lot of fun doing that last night and just kind of chatted about everything like we normally do. But what I didn't realize is that I was going to pull all that stuff away. So last night I was in a big fat pile of shiny silver, and those coins are very durable. And I've made that point by spending some time kind of raking through them and stuff. But here's what they look like when they are put away. So that is the brick. That is the brick of 10th ounce rounds, 1,000 of them. And these blocks right here, these tubes only hold 45, so you got to sit there and you got to make sure that it's filled just right and they don't move around or anything like that. So it's actually more than 20 tubes, 23 tubes, I think, 22 and a half to get all those in there. But anyway, that was fun last night. Please check out that show. You haven't done it. And I have a lot of big shows like that where there's a lot of unusual stacking stuff that you won't see normally on some of the other channels. And that's not to disparage the other channels. They have great content. In fact, I'm going to dive in next week when I take some time off and listen to some of the guys that are out there. All right. I expect gold and silver to close down this week. You know that the bullion banks and the COMEX and the CME group, the Treasury, they're terrified of these resistance points in gold and silver. 1730 for gold. They are terrified of a weekly close above that, and $15.80 on silver. They do not want that because those resistance points are the toughest ones right now. And once we get past those, we can really start to move upward. So keep that in mind, stackers. If you're out there stacking and you're trying to get more into your stack, don't fiddle around. If you've got the means, go ahead and transform that money or transform that currency into money. Silver or gold, if you want to do that. Yeah. So the big news today, and I don't know if anybody noticed this, but oil dropped down into the 17s. And I guess that's on, Saudi kind of thumbing their nose at the rest of the petroleum community, saying that, hey, they're going to put out what they want to put out. And if nobody wants to play ball with them, they're going to go ahead and crash the price. Without that backstopping away from the Saudis, not wanting to come on board with, say, Russia or Venezuela or, even us, Mexico, I'm telling you, it's going to be really, really ugly for the energy sector, for the oil sector, because they're not even profitable at $30 a barrel. So we start approaching $10 a barrel, and I can imagine that all the fracking is going to be gone, and a lot of the petroleum companies are going to really be hurting. Chevron, Exxon, the big ones that provide dividends to their investors. But for us, hey, sorry, that's going to be really, really good. We should be seeing, dollar plus gas in a lot of places, probably under dollar in places like Texas, right? And anywhere in the Midwest of the United States. Europe, you guys, you've got it horrible. I'm sorry that you have to go through that. When I lived over there, I remember buying gas by the liter, and it was not cheap. So hopefully that'll head down to you guys too, lower prices and stuff. There's not going to be a show tonight. There's going to be any bar hopping. I'm going to get ready for the prepping show tomorrow, and we'll have a lot of fun doing that. And so you guys going out there today, let's make the day count. It is Friday. Just put your best foot forward, man, and let's see what happens. If anything crazy happens in the market, I'll do it midday. If not, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my purchase for my final Ukraines. Got 29 short, and I'm going to go ahead and try to grab those today. I got paid, and see if I can get those and finish up my global stacking, and then go back to regular stacking or bill paying. We'll see. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in this morning. Keep an eye on the markets, keep an eye on the news, and keep an eye on each other. Like, share, subscribe. We'll talk to you.